Hey, travelers, we're back. And this time it's an all-gag cast without Alex. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird not having Alex here.
Yeah. Well, everyone yelling at us off camera.
It was a one and done.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I can just do anything I want right now.
Right?
Just
More elbow room.
I can just move around the mic and Alex won't be like scolding me from like off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
yeah.
So
Very
tonight,
liberating.
Troy brought us some coconut beer, and I threw one in there of my own.
Ooh.
Actually, this works out when you asked if you could do coconut beer. That works out well because I did a poll on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
And I asked, public opinion about what we should do on the vlog, and I put hazy IPAs, barrel-aged beers, seasonals, and the fourth option was none of the above. And that went out. So
None of the above.
yeah,
So is none of the above coconut?
right.
It's a general
Something
assumption.
that's not the other three.
No.
Ta-da! Thank you, Twitter.
You get coconut.
This is what you get.
Yeah, we might as well get started then.
Yeah, why not? Oh, this is my favorite. This is definitely going to be my favorite.
The coconut IPA from Dogfish.
I was being sarcastic.
I wouldn't have guessed
I
that.
didn't chime in, but
looks
I
like
concur.
looks like mellow yellow.
Ooh. I speaking of mellow yellow, I
Oh.
love it when they do like the once a year pulse it into the stores, and like everyone goes crazy for mellow yellow, and you're like, guys, really, sugar water?
Are you thinking about Surge?
Surge.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Yeah, you're thinking
Surge.
of Surge.
I think they had that at Burger King. I saw.
Oh, Surge.
Oh yeah.
It's like, come to Burger King. We got
Have
Surge.
some Surge.
Like the Baja
They
blend.
they
of-
sell it in like the 20 ounces. They're not even going 16 tall boys.
Yeah.
There's like 20 ounces of Surge.
Like, we know
Who
you're-
needs that much?
Who needs the Surge that much?
You
No.
really want to
nobody.
relive the early 90s.
Yeah. So this is from
20
Dogfish
ounces.
Head. I would say Dogfish Head is one of my favorite breweries. One of the breweries that got me into beer. So
What's this called again? I already put the can up
fucking-
there. You can tally up another one for Troy. Lupu Luau IPA.
I'm glad you read that, Landon. I would have panicked.
Well, I know the second word's luau.
I know that.
I'm guessing the first one's lupu.
I know the third one's IPA.
Nailed it.
Which is
Maybe it's IPA.
I'm really.
IPA. Luau IPA.
What's an IPA?
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, coconut would not be my initial fruit. Is coconut a fruit? Anyways, it's a nut.
Well, yeah, it's a nut. I don't.
Are nuts fruits?
Fruity nut.
Sure, I don't know. Beth's gonna look
Hey,
it up.
esthetician.
By the way, instead of Alex, working the board tonight, it's my wife Beth. So
Yeah.
if this sounds off, it's her fault.
It's more Alex's fault for playing board games.
That's true.
If you hear a "Hey Google, what's coconut?" in the background.
So let's give this guy a sip, eh? I don't. Give my-
It does smell like an IPA, of course.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of coconut.
It does not taste like a heavy IPA. It's not real pungent,
this tastes.
smooth like coconut.
I actually really like this. It tastes almost like a pina colada, like, right?
Yeah,
Because pina coladas kind of have that boozy.
pina colada with an IPA twist.
With a lot of hops.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that a lot, actually. I wish this was served on more beaches.
coconut is neither a fruit nor a nut. All right,
It's a droop.
a droop.
Droop. Yeah.
D-R-U-P-E.
DRUPE.
Droop
Well,
loop.
now you know. A
I
coconut
feel like if
is a droop.
I feel like if I was going to be a plant, I'd be a droop.
Yeah, you would.
I'm definitely a droop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Fran Drescher of.
Is that the stereotype?
It's okay. Fran Drescher doesn't watch this.
Do droops are nasally?
Yeah.
They get a little nasally.
Get a little nasally.
Got a little bit of the nasal droop going
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm such a droop. No, this is a pleasant beer though. Like for a weird.
For an IPA, and
an IPA.
I think we all know that I tend and Jake doesn't tend to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy this again.
I wouldn't be disappointed if I accidentally ordered it.
If I had one complaint about the beer, it has a smidgen of a boozy finish. Like right on the very finish there, it gets a little intensely boozy.
A little bit.
Don't care for that.
Yeah.
If that could be less there, I would be more happy about it. But
Sure.
that's my only complaint about the beer. I think we're doing pretty good. And that also kind of gives it more of that pina colada vibe because like that reminds me of a pina colada. You kind of get
Right.
that boozy, like, oh yeah, this is alcohol, finish.
Yeah.
7.3.
Yeah.
Maybe if they turn down the
Sure.
turn down the ABV a smidgen, might even be a little better. But that's Dogfish Head. They like their high ABV beer.
I like them for that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should invite
Sam.
If Sam, this is Sam's formal invite. Feel free to come
as opposed
over
to my non-formal invite.
Oh yeah. Well, you're
You know what I'm talking
invited
about, Sam.
formally and informally. So yeah. That's what we need. We need a celebrity on here sometime. Yeah. I'll let you do this one too. We'll start over there. So since you brought it, Death by Coconut.
If you've not had Death by Coconut, immediately turn off this, run to your store, buy some, come back, drink it, and watch this episode. You know, perhaps this is a sign of the times. We've all been jaded to a certain extent by seasonal beers, and like a lot of the hype has kind of went out of some beers. But this is still one that I get truly excited for every year. And I love coconut, which isn't. And if you don't like coconut, you're gonna hate this beer. So I mean, my bad.
I suppose something with Death by Coconut.
Yeah, if you ran out to if you don't like coconut and you took my advice and ran out to the store to buy some, there's no help for you. Like,
you know what's funny? And it says it's an Irish style stout.
Oh, yeah.
Porter. So you wouldn't think coconut and Irish, not exactly two things that would go together.
No, can a bird carry a coconut to Ireland?
Yes, by
and
the
a swallow. Yeah.
Pelican.
Those of you that watch Monty Python will get that one. Yeah, and we're getting a lot of pushback from the producer tonight.
Gotta edit in crickets.
Oh God, I love this beer. It tastes perfect.
Yeah.
This might be a top 5 desert island beer for me. Like, I don't think people realize how much I love Death by Coconut. If they're like, you're on an island and you could pick one.
You'd probably have coconuts to eat on the island.
I will be
that
honest.
might be too much coconut.
I will be honest with you. I didn't know that you were this passionate about coconuts.
I love coconut.
Wow.
I hate horseradish. Love coconut.
Two very opposite things. Yes.
Should come out with a beer called Death by Horseradish. Give it to you.
No
I would just
horseradish
watch
beer.
you die.
I'm gonna run away from that beer.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never heard of a horseradish beer, but who knows? There might be one.
Probably one.
I guarantee you one. No, yeah, I love coconut though. It's one of my favorite things ever. I keep it under wraps because, like, I kind of, if like you were to bring coconut cake to a party, you'd be like, well, I mean, I'm gonna eat it all.
Well, I guess I'll have some.
But
And internally, you're just going, "Yes, this is the best thing ever."
internally, I'm crying.
Keep crying because you're so happy. Yeah.
'Cause you're a droop.
Like,
Well, because you're a droop.
God, I'm such a droop. You
Yeah,
know?
you
That's
really
what a
are.
droop would do. It's like ugly crying. You like real crying, and the kind that I've never achieved, but I've seen women do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just where you're just really going for it.
I've had this beer before, so I can honestly tell you it tastes just as good as I remember it.
It has a nice balance. It's creamy. It has the obviously coconut flavor, but it also has a nice, almost rich, chocolatey vibe to it. They kind of balance it out, but nothing is over proportionate. It's very balanced for a coconut beer.
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. This next one is actually out of Lincoln, Nebraska. So Zipline Brewing. My cousin Kenna, I don't know if she still works there or not, but she was one of the first people to start working there. She was just pouring beer there. So she was the one that told me about Zipline, and then as soon as I was able to get it in Sioux Falls when I go back home, I thought, why not? Pick up some Zipline. So
The Zipline's carved out a pretty good little reputation for themselves on that way.
yeah.
I mean, I've heard about them up this way from multiple people.
And, it's not like too many people get to Lincoln on purpose, unless you're a Nebraska Husker fan, and I happen to be. But, yeah, there's some really nice beers coming out of Nebraska right now.
Coconut stout.
Yeah.
I didn't know what this beer was until
Sorry.
you hadn't said it.
I didn't say it is a coconut stout.
I'm super excited.
It doesn't have crazy name. It's just simply called coconut stout.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I appreciate a brewery that just calls a beer a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so excited. I took way too big of a pour, and I apologize to everyone. I owe you guys beer. I'm sorry. Beth is giving me the thumbs down. For whatever odd reason, she does it every time I walk into a room. So I don't know.
Yeah. So you'll notice on this one, and I've had it before. So you'll notice it's not as heavy coconut as Death by Coconut.
Nope.
But it's something called Death by Coconut better be heavy in coconut. It's got a nice little bit of coconut. It's a stout, obviously, so a little more smooth than the porter was.
So it's kind of more of a roasty malt vibe as opposed to the Death by was more creamy.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of make, but that's the fun part. Like they took a beer style that isn't a widely made beer style, but they still made it their own. You know, they're not chasing Death by or anything like that. You know, they're.
Well, yeah, and nor should they.
Should they.
You gotta go out and do your own thing.
Oh, still incredibly delightful though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I dig a lot of the stuff that they're doing. So
Beth is
if
Alex gives me dirty looks, Beth is giving me dirty looks now. God,
yeah,
I can't win in the
you can't win
your life.
We got to get a robot to do that stuff over there.
You know,
Alex is kind of
I
a robot.
gotta start buying presents for the producers.
Yeah. Well, he's a robot Muppet.
Looks more like a Muppet.
Yeah.
Like an amateur.
He's a bit of a Muppet.
He's like one of those robots at the Chuck E. Cheese's, the singing and the.
Yeah.
Those are kind of creepy.
Yeah, and like hindsight.
Or you remember McDonald's from the
like
90s that had the animatronics?
Yeah.
Yeah, scary.
They have one of those in lacrosse.
I feel like Grimace would be a droop.
Yeah. You're kind of like a Grimace.
Well, you used to have a car named Grimace.
I used to say you drove a car.
I had a big purple androgynous car called Grimace.
It's a very droopy car.
It's a very
droopy
very
car.
droopy kind of car.
I liked that car. And for the one reason is it didn't care if I died. At cars now, you get in there, all bells and whistles going off every time you do something. That one was just like, drive. I don't care.
Drive it off a cliff.
Yeah.
Buckle, don't buckle.
Therefore,
You know,
it's a droopy kind of car.
it's up to you, Evil Knievel. Do what you want.
Oh, this one's gone off the rails real fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, we've talked about tall grass brewing quite a bit. And
Have we?
yeah.
I don't think we have.
Maybe it hasn't been times when you've here. I've talked with Andy about tall grass.
Oh, never mind then. So this,
I think. Anyway, we talked one time about how tall grass kind of went out of business. They're not really out of business. As far as like distribution goes,
done.
We're pretty much not going to get tall grass around here anymore. As far as tall grass, the brand, they're still going to be around. You just have to go to Kansas. So, if anybody's going to Kansas and wants to get us some tall grass, that'd be wonderful. We'll pay you back for it.
I can't remember the last time I accidentally went through Kansas.
I've never been there.
Really?
No, I've never had a reason to go. I'd love to go for, some like barbecue or something. That'd be wonderful.
I was going to say, like, a couple of states you never accidentally go to: North Dakota, Delaware.
There you go.
Maine.
Haven't been to any of those.
There's no reason.
I grew up in South Dakota. My entire youth was spent in South Dakota. Never been to North Dakota. Fun fact. Never. I was close once, but I never went.
I went strictly for Theodore Roosevelt's National Park because, TR.
Yeah. Well, that's the boring Badlands. You got to go to the good Badlands in South Dakota.
I'm not gonna argue that one, but
Yeah. If there was going to be a good Badlands, it'd be in South Dakota. Just saying. Shout out to all you South Dakota people.
This Buffalo Sweat's for you, Kansas.
That's right. So and I was talking about tall grass. I got way off. Buffalo Sweat, oatmeal cream stout. It is a there's some left over for you. Don't worry. There's no coconut in it. I don't think. Maybe no.
This.
It was Troy just wanting to drink it. He's wanted to. I think you've said like the last 3 times that we've done one of these that
it's
you wanted
hard
to bring
remembering things, Landon.
Yeah. No, it's because you're old.
Old age will do that.
Yeah.
Even though you're the youngest of us 3.
Yeah.
I would say,
newborn.
This is an oatmeal cream stout, so that's kind of a very promising name for a beer. It's a lot of flavor. Oatmeal and cream suggest a heavier mouthfeel, and I think it delivers on that.
Yeah. I wonder what it would taste like with coconut.
Oh, I'm
It'd
sure
probably be really good.
So much better.
I bet there is a coconut one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, we should start blending.
Yeah, you could definitely blend.
There you go.
So those are our beers, mostly coconut, except for the one that Troy wanted to,
Just
bring.
a quick salute to Tallgrass.
Yeah, you can.
Thanks for all the fish.
Absolutely.
So long.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the fish.
I had looked up, there was a story I read today about breweries closing and opening and stuff.
Yeah.
There was only one that I had seen that closed that was even in the Midwest, and I think it was in Michigan. And honestly, I don't remember the name of it. But, we had talked about breweries closing before and how a lot of the ones that are closing have investors.
Yeah.
Judging by the way that the story was written, this one had investors too. So,
it's the brewing world is a weird world because you're selling a low margin but high volume product. But in order to make that product, you need a lot of equipment that's really expensive.
sure.
So, you have to sell a lot of beer to even make it profitable. And that's a hard thing to do, especially if you have, investors and people who a lot of opinions. So, it's like restaurants. How many restaurants open and close? How many breweries,
A lot.
Yeah. And, not to say the weak breweries are always going to close, but you're seeing better business models prevailing over not as good business models.
I would say more often unique business models prevail.
Yeah.
Somebody that sets themselves apart from, Bill and Joe that have, brewery over here and a brewery over there.
Yeah.
Everybody's making a pale ale. You can't just make a pale ale and go, well, this is our pale ale. It tastes like everybody else's.
And an interesting part of the brewing industry is that everything got so big so fast. And a lot of these breweries grew at incredible rates, unsustainable rates, and then the rest of the country kind of caught up to the point where you don't need one brewery for 3 states because each state now has 30 plus breweries.
Right.
So
right.
It's just instead of being in this huge company that you have these massive tanks, it's gonna be more of a mom and pop. Like
Sure.
your local restaurants, your local whatever. So it's been on that way for a while. Just some breweries grew too fast, too quick early on, and I think Buffalo Sweat's probably or Tallgrass is probably a prime example of a brewery that at one point was the only guy in town for that entire area because like Kansas, so come on,
Right. Particularly the part of Kansas that they're in.
So like, I remember when they first came to Eau Claire like 5 years ago, I was drinking their shit all the time because it was like one of the cool craft breweries, and then they just kind of fell by the wayside.
Right.
Yeah. Local, more Wisconsin breweries got better, just didn't need it, and so.
Well, and on that topic, support local.
Yeah.
Drink local when you can. That's not saying that you shouldn't try stuff from other places, but if you can, drink local.
Yeah, drink the beers you like.
Yeah.
If you like a brewery that makes a beer that's a big brewery, then you
Support
better buy it. If
Otherwise,
you don't buy
they'll
it,
go away.
precisely.
Yeah. Otherwise, in news and traveling and stuff, we're heading down to Toppling Goliath this weekend. So our vlog next week will be on location, live, from Decorah, Iowa.
Same week.
In Toppling Goliath. So,
yeah. Toppling should be fun. They're a fun brewery.
Yeah. They got a new facility down there. They moved into a new facility January of this year, 2018. So,
they make a lot of IPAs.
Yeah, that'll be great.
The wife is super excited. My wife being the only one that actually likes IPAs.
Your wife will be the one.
She was like, I'm like, do you want to go to this? She's like, there's no way I'm not going to this one. I'm like, valid point.
Okay.
All right.
They make a lot of IPAs.
I will give them this, like I've always said before, even though I don't care for the IPA, I do appreciate when they are brewed well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You respect them.
Yeah, I respect them.
I'm going to go face first on a big thing of Mosaic hops, and I'm so excited to do it.
Okay. That sounds good. So, next week, that's where we'll be. Who knows who will be behind the camera? I really have no idea, but we'll be there, and we may be talking from somebody from Toppling Goliath. So
we should make people have to vote on who they want as the guest.
Oh yeah,
me, Jake, Stephanie.
Actually, when you watch it,
make it a popularity contest.
Yeah, and when you're watching it this week,
there's no way this is going to turn out badly.
if you have any questions for us to ask, Toppling Goliath,
at all.
comment below.
As long as I'm not the last person.
Yeah,
we should put Alex on that list because I really want Alex.
It'll be the number one vote will be for Droopy.
Yeah.
Anyway, from all of us, well, actually, you know what? Comment below. Comment anything that you'd like us to ask at Toppling Goliath. And then like this video, subscribe, share with your friends, like us on Facebook, Twitter, and definitely Instagram. And then until next week from Toppling Goliath, we'll see ya. Prost.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.